Hello everybody, welcome back to Bandits and Bookworms. My name is Deidre and today we are going to be setting my February TBR. It is the time when the months change over and we begin anew with a new set of days. And this month is February. It is the month of romance. It is the month of feeling like your reset is mostly complete. Maybe that's just a me thing, but my reset's feeling mostly complete. I'm currently on a little bit of a fitness and health journey. I'm not calling it a weight loss journey specifically because if I do that and then I start to not lose weight effectively, I'll feel like I failed and just give up. So this is a health journey for me. Also, I will be posting vaguely about it on my Instagram, which is linked down below. So if you have any thoughts that you want to see my journey on that, feel free. I also post some more reviews down below. So make sure that if you are liking my content and you're liking seeing what I do here, that you go follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Goodreads, and you subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the TBR. I put away my reading journal thinking that I was getting organized, and while that is true, I need it because I wrote down some already. This month, February, I have a book club readathon that I am doing, which is part of the Citadel, and this is my spread for it, but I have prompts and stuff that I have to follow for that. The prompts for that are to read a romance book, read a book with an enemies to lovers dynamic, read a book featuring witches, read a book with a mission as part of the plot, and read a book outside of my comfort zone. So we are going to do our best to find books that will fit that, as well as books that will maybe fit other TBR prompts that I have as well. Because if I try to read all of those prompts as in addition to the other things that I want to do, we're gonna have a bad time. The other nice thing about this is that I can repeat prompts. That is part of the rules of that readathon, that I can repeat prompts. So I will be doing that, probably. Most likely. We'll find out. But so far, I have a couple of books that are on my TBR that are a part of my other book clubs or other wants that I have in order to fulfill my goals for this year. I put a classic on my TBR last month, and if this video does come out before my January wrap up, spoiler, I did Don't hit the microphone when you're talking. Spoiler, I did fulfill my classics TBR on that one. So I'm not going to add a classic to this month's TBR, only because I have this readathon and this is like the month to read romance books, and it's just feeling like it's not a very classic month, and that's okay. So the first thing that I have on here is I want to read at least one more GRCA novel. That one is going to be The Right Move by Liz Tomford. It's on Kindle Unlimited. That's how I'm going to read it, which is also why I don't have a physical copy of it yet. And then I have two more books on my TBR already that are for various book clubs. One of them is for Lou Phantasma, which is hosted by Olivia of Olivia Reads a Latte and Mel of Mel Reads. That is their joint book club where they do that, and I think that's every 2 months now is how we are formatting that one. The choice for that one is Her Radiant Curse. And then my other book club is The Citadel, which is also hosted by Mel Reads, and the choice for this month is A Fragile Enchantment, which is something that I have wanted to read for a hot minute. It just released in January, so really looking forward to that. I will probably pick that one up in a physical form. Next up on my TBR that I want to do is at least 2 Bookopoly prompts, as is my goal for 2024, is to do 2 Bookopoly prompts at minimum per month. So let's cut to me rolling those and find out what we're going to be reading for that. So we need to roll for our Bookopoly prompt for February. We're going to do 2 prompts again like we did in January. When we last left our hero, which I found this little Pegasus from a game that I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be from, but I have it now. We were on that community shelf space. So I have these dice that are supposedly perfectly balanced dice, and I will demonstrate this now by balancing it on its corner, which I won't be able to do on a not flat surface. So let me do this. Close my thing. And you can perfectly balance it on its corner. There we go. Because they are perfectly balanced dice. So we're going to do that. We are going to roll our 2d6. That's a 3 and a 4, which is a 7, which will put us, also I apologize that you can see my tripod. It is the only way that I can get this thing to sit so that it sits nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a sequel. Our second prompt is a 5 and a 4. That is a 9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's another community shelf. So last time we did Set in the Pacific Northwest, and I think I'm going to put out the February TBR video before I do my January wrap-up video. And Set in the Pacific Northwest did not go particularly well for us. So I'll say more about that in the future. But for now, let's roll our D20 and see what we can get. Here's our D20. This is technically a spin down D20 from Magic the Gathering, but we're going to use it anyway. A 1. That is a person on the cover. Okay, so let's pick out what these books look like now. So my 2 prompts for that are a sequel and a book with a person on the cover. I think I have ideas for those. Give me a moment. These might actually both qualify as a sequel, but that's okay because it's my TBR and I do what I want. My book that I am reading that is a sequel is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I read Fourth Wing last year and I loved it. I know that's a super popular opinion, and I also know that there are a number of booktubers out there, maybe it's just the ones that I follow, I don't know, but that do not thoroughly enjoy Fourth Wing. So I am looking forward to it, but I'm so cautiously optimistic about this because I've heard both positive and negative things. All the people that I know personally that have read this have really enjoyed this, so I think that I am probably going to be in that camp, but we'll see. And then the book that I am choosing that will fulfill the person on the cover prompt is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is the sequel to Icebreaker. It's the next one in the Maple Hills saga. I loved Icebreaker and super excited to dive into Wildfire. So that gives us 5 books so far on the TBR, and I'd like to have at least 8 or 9 because I found that having a TBR in January helped me get through things faster, and doing an actual TBR did make me stick to it more. So I'm bringing back the TBR jar. Now, I did a video on this a while ago that is just me picking 3 books and then reading them, and that's it. But I think I'm going to use it for its true intended purpose, which is to pick books for your monthly TBR or whatever TBR you want to put it on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 3 for sure. And depending on how long the books end up being that I get, I'll pick maybe a 4th. Oh, this one's fun. It is roll a D6, and then you have to pick a book that is that long of a title. Let's roll our D6, shall we? Here's a D6 from when we did the rolls for Bookopoly. Where am I at? There we go. Or I could roll off camera. And we got a 4. So we got a 4. There it is. So I need to find a book with 4 words in the title. All right, let's see what I got. I've brought it up a couple of times now. I'm gonna finally do it. And I'm doing Love on the Brain. I picked it up literally yesterday. Other than reading the short story collection that she put out, I believe this will complete reading Allie Hazelwood's backlist for me. Okay, let's do another prompt here. Let's grab, I don't know, I want to get one like in here. Here we go. Ooh, okay. My best rated book according to Goodreads is what it is supposed to be. So I apologize in advance. You are gonna get glare from my glasses. So during this whole bit, I did not realize that my webcam was covering the things that I needed to be seeing. So this is me editing DEIDRE coming to you and saying, sorry about that, and I will narrate what's going on. The other thing that happened here is that I realized as I was editing as well that I was looking at my list wrong and seeing that the added date as the release date for some reason, like a Looney Tune. So anyway, this is just me being stupid, and I basically cheesed the hell out of this prompt to say that I'm gonna do House of Earth and Blood instead because I'm dumb. So the next one that I decided to do to match the best rated on Goodreads prompt is the House of Earth and Blood, the first one from the Crescent City series. I've been seeing all the girlies losing their mind over the 3rd Crescent City book releasing, and I'm feeling left out, and so I'm going to do that one. And then this is our last one. That's a pretty big book, so we'll see if I do a 4th one. Love on the Brain should be an easy read though. So right now I've got a few that I'm probably going to tear through because these are like, I have like all of my favorite authors basically on here right now. So I'm excited about that. Let's do this one. Why? Now I have to do my worst rated on Goodreads. Can somebody please just finish me. Release me from my flesh prison. Back into Goodreads we go. Now I don't feel guilty about doing House of Earth and Blood. This is the universe saying, hey, this is what you get for cheesing that prompt. You have to do the lowest rated now. And I have a lot of stuff on here that's been forever. So, I am going to do a couple of things before I even look at my list. I'm not even gonna look at the list. Couple of rules. Number one, I'm not in a horror or thriller mood. It is setting me up for failure. I'm not. If it's a horror or thriller, I'm not doing it. And then it still has to have been released more than a month ago. And I will not cheese it beyond that. As soon as we're beyond that, that's what I'll read. Sound good? Sound fair? Okay. So we had the same issue on this one as we did on the last one. So I managed to not cheese this one, though. I did go back and double check to make sure that the book that I chose does in fact go within the rules, even though I was looking at my list incorrectly, and it does. So we will continue with this prompt the way that I had originally planned, but just know that I'm a big dummy, and that's where we're at. Okay, so the third TBR jar prompt that I got was worst rated, and I am choosing The Unfortunate Heartbreak. Oh, I already forgot. Oh, and I forgot who it's by. Oh, no. For the worst rated prompt, I'm choosing The Unfortunate Oh, my God. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianne Randall, which was one I was actually really looking forward to coming out and didn't quite keep up with, like, the releases and stuff. So I'm interested to see why that one is so lowly rated. I'm not looking at my reviews before this. I'm not looking at any of what people say. So let's see. And I'm having fun with this TBR jar thing, so I might actually even do 2 more because a bunch of these are romances, which I tear through in like a day or 2 usually. Let's do at least 1 more, maybe 2. Okay. Oh God, that one fell. This one fell. It wants to be chosen. Pirates, it says. So I have to read a book that includes pirates in some capacity. Let me see if I have anything on my shelves that qualifies for that, because that might also be a library book. This video is straight full of beans. I'm just putting that out there. I think I'm going to have to do some research on that one. Join me again while I go to my computer, shall we, and see what I can find on Goodreads for this and also from my library at the same time. And in a twist, surprising no one, we have our return of the bad webcam placement. Here I'm just kind of looking through my list. I think I read, hold on. Did I just unlock a core memory? Turns out, yes, I did. I did read this in middle school and had forgotten about it. But yes, I have in fact read this thing. So whilst I did in fact take a while to look at this and try to remember whether or not I had read it, I was also considering my options as far as things. I went back and forth between Black Hearts and Daughter of the Pirate King, and then eventually did land on Daughter of the Pirate King, which I placed a hold for that, and the unfortunate side effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I don't know why I cannot say that title, but yes, I went and placed both of those holds at my library. It's been thrilling. You've had a thrilling time looking at this. This is so exciting. I'm so glad that you're here for it. Anyway, we'll get back to the video now. I'm so irritated that none of this worked. Let's do 1 more TBR jar prompt, because I think other than Crescent City being super long, I think we're in a good spot with my TBR right now. I don't even like looking at the jar, so we're gonna just pull out this one. Ooh, a book your mom loves. I had this on here with the like intention that my mom's probably gonna tell me to read Dresden Files. Let me call her. Everybody says we sound alike, so tell me if we do.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, I'm recording a video, and I pulled a prompt out of a TBR jar that says that you have to choose a book for me to read. So is it okay if I record this phone call and I put it on the video?
It's one I read in high school.
Oh, really? Okay, this is not what I thought was going to happen with this call, but okay.
Anyway, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. No, I've been recording this whole time. I just wasn't going to include it if you didn't want it. So
I don't think you've read it. Maybe you have. It's called The Keep.
The Keep?
The Keep. Keep. It's placed during World War II in a castle in Germany, I believe.
First published 1981. Okay, hold on. This might be it right here. Is it historical fiction?
Yes.
Okay, the book description is request immediate relocation. Someone is murdering my men. The message sent by Captain Klaus Wowerman to a German army high command. The location, a medieval fortress overlooking the Dineu Pass, high in the Transylvanian Alps, where the German garrison was being taken and murdered one by one, night after night, and left night after night, right and left, throats torn out. This is it. All right, it's on my list. I'll see if my library's got it so I can read it. That's interesting. This is not how I expected this to go.
Well, I was just trying to think of a book that, made an impression that I remember, and that's one that I did.
I thought you were going to make me read Dresden Files.
Oh, no, I can't do that because that's not one book.
Yeah, that's like a commitment.
16 books. So that's a commitment there. So no. It could be a goal next year to read the Dresden Files.
Read the Dresden Files.
And then Jim Butcher, too, he wrote a bunch of short stories.
Yeah.
I read those because he put them in a book. And he's like, this one takes place between this book and this book. And and I'm like, I don't remember what happened in those books.
Right. You're like, excuse me, how can I possibly be held accountable to this? I'll see. Oh, this is also the first book in a series. You rat. You did this to me still.
Oh, it is. I had no idea.
Yeah, it is. The Adversary Cycle series. There are, holy shit. There's 6 books in it. Thank you for choosing a book for me. I appreciate it. You have helped me craft my TBR for this month.
Okay.
You're welcome. Okay. You're welcome for calling you, I guess. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay. Apparently I'm reading The Keep. So I have like this theme of like fantasy and romance and fantasy romance. And so I figured Dresden Files would fit right in there. And then my mom comes in with a total wild card. But this will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment down below with which book you are most excited for me to read and or which book you are most excited to read in the month of February. I want to know. I love getting recommendations from people. I hope that this book by the one that my mom recommended to me is good. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are practicing safe text. Bye.